I don't think I'm the only one who's starting to feel the fatigue of the constant releases we see, particularly in the farming and life sim genre. There's been an obvious rise, though, in the genre that's been accompanying them lately, and that's sci-fi. From planet terraformers to universe god games, and now alien farming sims. It's obvious that the idea of finding a strange new planet to call our own and transform into our literal paradise is growing in popularity. But I'm ultimately okay with it. The ability to go see what's hiding in the depth of an alien cave, or be utterly confused when a human that's not part of your colony turns up and starts digging through your trash on what you thought to be an abandoned planet, is all part of the fun in sci-fi. Hi, my name is Lil, and this is my review of One Lonely Outpost, Early Access. For those that haven't heard of it, One Lonely Outpost is a life meets farming sim that hit early access during the middle of 2023. The entire premise is that you're on a mission to colonize a strange new world, and when you show up, nothing is as expected. Joined by your robot cat that will seriously aid in your mental stability after weeks away from your fellow humans, you'll seek to collect the resources of the world and establish a thriving farm to feed your colonists. As you achieve certain research and science goals, new opportunities to recruit others will unlock, and with their arrival on your little planet, you'll discover the mysteries hiding in the alien ruins. I'm going to start by stating this game is a bit deceptive with its first few hours of gameplay. I felt almost bored with the entire first hour, as the gameplay loop is no more than mine some rocks, put some plants on the ground, blow away some sand, find a cool little piece of story that makes you think an entire colony before you starved to death and killed each other, then go to bed. If you caught the last part, it's entirely the reason I was able to keep doing it over and over again. Those lost data logs of those who came before helped stave off the boredom of how repetitive it got. Despite that initial struggle, after a few colonists had finally been settled on my planet, the world literally opened up and my things to do increased exponentially. With new teammates meant new upgrades to our farming systems, with water pumps, solar panels, and sprinklers set to make the daily grind of farming infinitely easier, and removing a large portion of the repetitiveness. I deeply appreciated how few resources it took to set up as many as I have going. You also produce plant seeds at an expedited rate in this title, often harvesting multiple and allowing you to replant with more crops than what you started with. It felt much more realistic to real life, considering I don't know the last time I only got one seed from a plant was, but it's a big gripe of mine in games. One Lonely Outpost offered me a sustained way to increase my garden size while still making me wait for their growing times to allow for organic expansion. Aside from farming, you'll have the ability to jump down into the mines to avoid running all over the planet to collect your resources. Upgrades offered from local colonist shops to make daily life even easier, and of course cooking, because farming without cooking just seems silly. Without spoiling too much, I'll say that while the beginning of the game felt slow, and maybe there's a few things that can be done to fix that, what the game develops into as you play is enjoyable. Watching the planet go from a dead rock into a lush paradise is always a great experience, and appeals to my fix-it-up mindset wonderfully. Nothing felt overly hard to achieve, and once colonists started showing up, the game's flow felt far more natural. In terms of any other gripes, I really can't find anything to complain about other than the slow pace at the start. I enjoyed the mysterious clues scattered throughout the world that you'd really only find if you cared to look. So a universe that rewards me for my hopeless exploration of every inch is one that keeps me entertained 8 hours in. Kudos to them for focusing on the story and spreading it around in a way that made sense to the game's overall lore, rather than forcing us to feel isolated and grinding forward without any hints of excitement to keep us going. Of course, this game is still in early access, and so we won't be rating it. But just know that everything can and might change in the future of the full 1.0 release. You can expect us to revisit this one as soon as that does happen, so make sure to click that little red subscribe button if you're interested in that. We want to give a quick thanks to Freedom Games for allowing us to hop into the world of One Lonely Outpost. It's been good fun, and we look forward to its future. With that, we'll say thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.